Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 5 unwritten rules of driving that you should know. There are many written rules of driving and road rules and legal road rules, but there are also a lot of unwritten rules, which are rules that you should follow and you should know about, but you probably won't find them in any specific driver's handbook or, specific, authentic, credible driving tutorial. These are simply unwritten rules, things that you should do and know about, but they're not like official rules by any means. All right, at least I don't think they're official rules. Let's get right into it. Unwritten rule number 1 is driving etiquette matters a lot. Now, most drivers, when they're beginner drivers, they'll start off by having a lot of driving etiquette, even though they won't know all of the driving etiquette rules. But then as they get more comfortable and they lose their humility as a driver, as a new driver, and they get to be an experienced driver, they sort of lose sight of driving etiquette. I will say driving etiquette matters a lot. Now, some driving etiquette things that you should do are say thank you. If someone lets you in, just give them a wave and say thank you. Letting someone else know nicely if their tire is flat or if their gas cap is open, just let the other driver know. Roll down your window and just signal to them or just tell them, whatever the case is. Another piece of driving etiquette would be if someone is trying to get into your lane, if they have their signal on and they've been waiting patiently, let them in. Okay, if they have their signal on, they're doing all the right things, just let them in. It's simple. Yield the right of way if it's their right of way, right? If someone is obviously in a rush, like someone giving birth or whatever, if you can see that something's happening, let them do what they have to do. If they're in an emergency situation, let them do what they have to do. Pull over for emergency vehicles. All of those things are simple pieces of driving etiquette that you should follow, and those things matter a lot, okay? Unwritten rule number 2 is don't park at the gas pump if you're not pumping gas. Now, this is not an official rule, but I cannot tell you the number of times that I've seen people park their car at the gas pump, not pump any gas, go inside, grab a coffee or a chocolate bar, and take off. Like, don't take up, even if there's no one else in the gas station, there's usually going to be plenty of spaces to park on the side or off to the side of the gas station. Don't take up a pump spot if you're not pumping. It's as simple as that, okay? Don't park at the gas pump if you're not pumping gas. If you are pumping gas and getting a coffee and getting a chocolate bar or whatever, then that's fine. As long as you're pumping gas, you can park there. But if you're not pumping gas, don't park at the gas pump. Unwritten rule of driving number 3 is that we all make mistakes. Forgive other people. Now, I used to think as a very young, completely unknowing driver, and I used to think that I didn't make any driving mistakes, and then I did make a few mistakes. So I realized that we all make mistakes. So, just because the other person on the road makes a mistake right now, and you might be angry at that mistake because they cut you off, by accident or whatever the case is, forgive them. I'm sure you've cut someone off once in your driving career. And if you haven't, you probably will at least one time in the entire time that you're driving. Maybe that's their one time. Maybe that's literally the one time they've made a driving mistake. So just forgive other people. If someone is constantly cutting you off and it's no longer an accident or a mistake, then maybe don't forgive them. Then maybe you have permission to sort of get a little bit angry with them. But if they've made a mistake, forgive them. It's as simple as that. Everyone makes mistakes, especially driving mistakes. We all make mistakes. Unwritten rule of driving number 4 is accelerate on the on-ramp of the highway. The number of people that get onto the on-ramp and just go like 50 kilometers an hour, if the speed limit is 100 kilometers an hour, I cannot tell you the number of people that are guilty of doing that. And sure, it might be their mistake, but I really don't know if that's the case, because getting onto a highway and going on the on-ramp is something that you should know how to do. And what you need to do is you need to accelerate on the on-ramp. So basically, you need to give your car as much gas and acceleration as it needs. For some cars, you might need to floor the gas pedal to get up to the speed limit of the highway or the flow of traffic. For other cars, you might only need to push it a little bit if your car's got like 500 horsepower. But accelerate on the on-ramp of the highway to get on at the speed that you need to get on at. We all got to get on the highway at the right speed. So you need to start so the person behind you can get on at the right speed as well. The person behind you can't get on at the right speed if you're driving too slow. So accelerate onto the highway. Last but not least, unwritten rule of driving number 5 is don't block the flow of traffic to pick someone up. So let's say you're on a main road and there's all traffic, like there's just traffic flowing, and you just pull over, you take up a lane to pick someone up. Even though it only takes 10, 20, 30 seconds to pick that person up, you're still obstructing traffic and everybody in your lane. Like if you stop for 30 seconds, hundreds of cars behind you are gonna have to slow down and come to a stop. It's, it works similar to like a traffic snake, except the traffic snake usually happens when there's no reason to stop, but you're actually stopping. So, it's almost worse than a traffic snake. So just don't block the flow of traffic to pick someone up. If you're picking someone up, tell them to walk onto a side street where you can pull over safely without blocking flowing traffic and pick them up there. It's as simple as that. Or wait until an extra lane opens up, right? Don't block flowing traffic to pick someone up. It's just generally something that you should not do. And that's it. In this video, I've gone over 5 unwritten rules of driving that you should know. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.